All right, what are you lot saying? So today I've made yet another mistake. I just bought this 325i. I have an obsession, clearly. So SE 4-door 2005, all right? This is the newest ass motherfucking BMW I've bought. Oh wait, it's not even popped. So we got this NN52. Anyway, I won't lie to you, I have no clue. But I think that we're just gonna do a little flip for this. This is gonna be a flip car. I'm getting it for a really good deal. So maybe I'll do some videos cleaning it up. It needs a new shock and stuff like that. If not, I just wanted to show you lot that I'm fucking buying this. Vess is with me as well. Hello. Say hi, Vess.
Hi guys.
He's doing some fucking computer magic. I don't know. Checking the the OBC port or whatever the fuck, I don't even know. Got the trusty E46 318 here. This thing is cool. Let me rev it up for you lot so you can hear it. I don't know what the fuck that means or does. But yeah, just got this 325 E90. Let's hope that this wasn't a mistake. All right, boys and girls, today, well, this is the same video actually. We are with the E90. Now, I don't know if I showed this. This is the only really like bad body damage that's going on here. The worst part, I'll show you this. Don't know how the fuck to take these down, one sec. If we look in the shock situation here, this bitch completely ripped in half, okay? Now, from what I find out, this is a common thing for these E90s because they are shite. So this is why I got this. eBay hooked it up, some new fucking top mounts. This is the entire rear shock top mount on a fucking E90. Thank you, car. Good, nice one. Basically, purely because it's bad design. Thanks, BMW, for improving your cars while at the same time making the design shittier. Thanks. So yeah, today basically I'm gonna get on with changing that so that the car is like complete. It has all these lights on the dash, which is no good. I have been told that it is a bad battery. There's not enough voltage being put out, so that it just creates an error for all that shit, which is completely fair considering this is a damn E90 and this shit is all like electric and fucking whatever. I feel like the battery isn't bad and it's just literally those shit is error from like sensors and shit like that. So I think that I'm gonna have to go through finding which sensors and researching it. So this might be long because essentially the idea is to make money from this car. Basically, this is another flip car of mine. You lot saw the E46 in the previous Silver Coupe video. If you didn't watch that video, click up here. You can watch that. I sold that E46 and this is the car that I bought with the money from it. I'm in two minds about it because it is a 325i manual, all right? Everyone knows that a 325i manual is a drift car. Considering these little damaged bits, this, and all the lights on the dash, this thing is looking more and more like a drift car. Like I was saying in my Max Speeding Rods video where I fixed the heater issue on the E46, if you didn't watch that, again, up here, you can have a look. Look at this. I'm being a proper YouTuber, yeah? It's calm. I have a bit of a relationship going on with Max Speeding Rods, so they can help with coilovers. And I could totally slam this thing, put spacers on it, weld a diff, and it be my 2021 drift car. This will take way too long to get done, considering the fucking huge amount of work that's needed. This is a damn 318i. All right, basically useless, never gonna be a drift car. This is fucked, mate. It needs a damn rear window putting in still, which I bought, by the way. I never told you guys, but I have the rear window ready to be put in. And the sickest thing is, it's from a non-third brake light coupe. It is exactly the correct windshield that I need for the back. And if you don't remember, head gasket is fucked. Plus, I do think that there's some suspension bits that I need to do, and like I would want to upgrade everything and update shit on this car before I drive it again. Because if I just fix it and keep driving it, I'm kind of just building on top of trash, if that makes sense. Not that it's trash, but it is trash. So I am very much thinking about building this into a drift car because I do have one more E36, which I don't even think I've shown on the channel yet. It's a 325i manual, actually, believe it or not. You lot can look forward to seeing that. Another thing, this is a bit of a talky video, as you can tell. I've had a little coffee in it. But yeah, so the Lexus is going on the road soon. That will probably be the previous video or the next video, depending on how I do orders. There is also the Almira video. I'm not sure when that's going to be out, but you guys can look forward to that. And the Lexus video. So yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna get on with doing the rear shock mounts on this now. So I guess I'll do a quick tutorial on how to do this fucking top mount thing. First, obviously, gotta undo your fucking wheel bolts. Make sure that you have 5 originally. If you don't have 5, then you're good, because you won't actually have to deal with fucking lock nut. Fuck that lock nut, man. Fuck the lock nut on any BMW. Dead thing. You lose the key, the thing gets stuck, it's too tight. Fuck that. You don't need that. Get rid of it. All right, so we're back here at the shock now. I have this and I've got all my tools. What you gotta do is you gotta go in here, get your little 7mm and put it on the little top one. You need to unscrew this nut from the actual shock, which is literally just a stick, but you need to hold the shock to undo the nut. So you need a little 7mm to hold the top like that, and then the nut is a 16. So you just gotta undo that, use both hands, and you good to go, man. I got this off. It was not tight at all, so it's blessed. This is what it looks like, ripped up. This is what the stock one, well, this is what the non-ripped up one looks. Next thing, after you've undone the bolts for your wheel, because you know you have 5 of them, and you're gonna go under the car, you're gonna find your diff, and then you're just gonna jack till there is no more wheel on ground. So after your wheel is off the ground, you're gonna make sure that you have a lot of tread, and you're also gonna make sure that you put jack stands on your shit so it doesn't fall on you and kill you. So after you completely ignore your own advice, you're gonna take your tire off and realize that you fucking did 150 miles on the motorway with no tire, because you actually heard it delam and flop about when you hit the first roundabout when you're test driving the car. The next thing you're gonna find out is that this is a fucking E90 and this is also an E90. What the fuck is going on here? Last time, this, literally 5 years difference, they fucked it. So you have your shock, which goes up there. I took the top mount off already, so it's fine. There's like 1,000 arms. Like, why did BMW do this? What the fuck? What the fuck was wrong with trailing arm, spring bucket, camber arm, shock? What was wrong with that setup? That was the most simplest and blessed setup. They didn't need to do all this bullshit. Just took off the bottom nut. It's a 16 socket. You don't even need that counter wrench thing to undo the bottom one. It's located under here in this hole. Just a 16mm nut. It's blessed. You can use a ratchet. Didn't even need leverage. So now the idea is to like slide this up into itself and then take it out of here so that I can put the new top mount on it and then install it again. The shock is out. It wasn't that difficult. You just have to kind of hammer it up because it gets stuck a little bit in its own bush down there. To get it out of the top, because it is obviously long and meant to fit in this wheel well situation, you have to compress it a little bit. So like, just basically use the hole up there as leverage to just push it up while you grab it at the bottom. And it's literally enough. Like, you don't need hella force to like get it out. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. I'm gonna install the new not fucked up top mount and put it in there. So the shock is in. It's not going in at the bottom, it's up here at the top how it should be. I just put the new little top mount on there. I'm screwing it on now. What I'm gonna do about this going back into its own pocket is probably lower, like put the wheel under here, lower the jack to make this part go up, to make the shock like fall into its own place, and then I'll put this 16mm nut back on the bottom. Okay, so I lowered the car on the jacking point on the on just the wheel, and used the jack to jack up the hub. The shock slipped in on its own, no problem. So now the thing under here for the nut is showing. I'm gonna bang that nut on, tighten it up, take this thing for a test drive, see if it's still floppy in the back. So yeah, the car is not flapping about anymore. There's no weird shit going on in the back. It sounds nice and solid. It feels nice and solid. The fucking car feels real solid, and I like that. But this just gives me more hope for it. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna get it for an MOT later on this week. I do need to get some tires for this because it won't pass MOT with no tires in it. That's just ridiculous. Right, so we're back at this thing. Same video, basically a week on. Oh, I roll up to my car and I see this. On a different note, this thing got new handbrake shoes over the weekend. We just hung out and just did them. I didn't film it because it was just kind of long and tedious, and there was some weird like hack shit we had to do with like one of those bolts that goes in. Long story. The Daily has a handbrake now, so when I park on the deliveries, I can keep the car on and I can keep it parked without it rolling into the neighbors' cars. Continuing on with this thing, it has MOT now, so it's all blessed. I still need to clean it, as you can see. So this is what I'm gonna do now. It's got 2 new rear tires. I've got my drift, well, I guess I've got the Toyos off my drift car in the front. I might have to switch those out because I do need to keep those tires, like for emergencies, you know what I mean? Because I had to put them on the drift car in an emergency last time. So I'm gonna put these back on it. It has a bit of a situation on the sidewall, but I'm gonna put them in the rear so that it doesn't really matter because like the rears are gonna get burnt off anyway. This video is the last you guys will see of this car. Fingers crossed anyway. Let's get on with changing the tires and going to wash it. So I'm taking my Toyo off and putting this Bridgestone in the front. I'm just looking at the suspension, yeah. I wanted to just show you a lot so you can see what E90s are about, because this is the future. Like, this is the next chassis that we're gonna have to be fucking with. Because like E36s, definitely too old now. You can't really find them cheap anymore. E46s, kind of the same thing, I won't lie. If you find an E46, it'll be a bit dead. This is the kind of shit we're gonna have to get into, yeah? Look at this. Oh, we've got the shock and spring situation. That mounts with like a little sleeve thing like E46, which is fine. We have some madness knuckle situation down there, and there's like 300 arms that connect to it. So there's this weird like bent wobbly looking one that I don't even know what the deal is with that. Obviously tie rod, and obviously like the lower arm. Your anti-roll bar is connected to the strut. So definitely a bit more complex, and the subframe looks a bit booky. Like, I'm not really sure what actually is going on down here, and I really kind of can't be bothered. I'm not really trying to build it. It's too complex and too new, and I really can't be bothered. This, I guess this is kind of informative, do you know what I mean? Just to show you lot what E90s are about. So I opted in for the lazy option, which was the automatic car wash. I'm not very good at washing cars anyway, and I'm way too lazy to be standing outside in the cold. It's not really cold today, but still, I just can't be bothered to be out there trying to wash a car when it will cost the exact same amount for this shitty machine to do it. The paint on this car is not like brand new or perfect anyway, so I don't really care about it getting scratched up, even though I don't really think that these shit do that much damage to the paint. They sound really intense and mental, but I don't really think that they actually damage the shit too much. So next thing I'll do, what I'll do after is I'll just hoover the inside to finish off the cleaning process. Alright, so this thing is fully washed. Just took some sick pictures of it. Gonna make a listing just in case the person who I've got lined up doesn't want to buy it. I do want to say that definitely in the beginning of the video, I had a bit of a negative approach to the E90. That's purely just because I'm upset about the fact that E36s and E46s are becoming a thing of the past. It's 2021 for fuck's sake, and this is 2005. So I guess if you're trying to get into drifting for cheap, this is the next best thing. It's good because they do still come manual. You can just weld the diff on it and send it. There is all this electric stuff going on with these cars, which I'm not too familiar with. I don't really think they're gonna be that complex. Let me know what you think of the E90 as a chassis. If you've drifted one, if you've owned one. My mate Vlad in London, he has a 335i auto, one of these. And he took me for a ride in it the other weekend, and it's actually quite mad. We'll make a little walk around video on it, the same way we're gonna do Raz's car and Bevan's car, and the same way we did my E36 drift car. If you haven't seen that video, by the way, definitely click here. So yeah, this was just a simple quick video of me kind of fixing and sort of preparing an E90, a 325i 6-speed manual, be sold on for someone to enjoy and to drive hard. So yeah, let me know what you lot think of my process. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Definitely follow my Instagram at Rogue Drive. Make sure you watch all the other videos. Make sure you subscribe if you like all this content. And yeah, I'll catch you lot next week.